Last time, Diesel Chen was kidnapping some of the engines. He's already made clones of Thomas and Percy from their new Thomas and Friends reboot series titled All Engines Go. Don't forget to watch the first part of that video. But anyways, since I'm the narrator, I better get my voice corrected. Anyways, let's zoom into the present. It was evening, and the engines were coming back from a hard day of work. The Fat Controller arrived with some very exciting news. Thomas is being repaired. He's coming back. Henry is out pulling the flying chipper, so he won't be back till morning. So, I've got some important jobs for you today. Well, tonight technically, but it doesn't matter. Emily, because Thomas is coming back and Percy has had his punishment, I would like you to pull the mail train again tonight. Yes, sir. The Thomas that had puffed in was Diesel 10's All Engines Go Thomas.
I'm ready to be useful, sir. I'm sorry about what me and Percy did.
I don't want to do this conversation, Thomas. Emily puffed away to pull the mail train. Into the shed, Thomas. The Fat Controller left. The All Engines Go Thomas didn't even bother to use the turntable.
What's with the jumping, Thomas? Well, I don't really want to talk about it, Nia. It's a secret between me and Percy. Yeah, a very excellent secret.
Oh, shut up and go to sleep.
Ugh. Be quiet yourself, Gordon.
What's wrong with them? This was very dark now. And through the distance, Emily had derailed. There was something glowing red just under Emily's wheel. Emily couldn't see it, but she could hear it. It was a loud sizzling noise. Oh no! Oh no! Then there was trouble. Emily had blown up. Did Emily's driver and fireman survive? Nobody knows that. Luckily, Rosie arrived. She was going to take Emily to the steamworks.
Don't worry, Emily. We'll get you fixed up in no time.
Oh, thanks, Rosie.
I'm sure your tender will be somewhere along the line too.
Rosie felt she had the confidence for Emily, and she pulled her away to the steamworks. But when she arrived, Victor and Kevin were nowhere to be seen. But what Rosie didn't realize was Emily was gone. It was the next morning, and the Fat Controller arrived with Edward.
Emily blew up last night. She was taken to the steamworks, but she hasn't been repaired yet.
Percy looked at Thomas. They knew what they were thinking. They hoped Diesel 10 was making clones of Emily too.
What's with the creepy looks? Oh, nothing, James. Yeah, nothing. Totally nothing.
Well, you'd all better be careful. It's October, and I've heard that Timothy the Ghost Engine has made a return to Sodor. I heard he's been doing bad things to engines.
Oh, Edward, that's ridiculous. Timothy can't be alive. He was probably scrapped by now. What? But, yeah, that's definitely true.
I couldn't agree more myself, little Edward.
Ah, you foolish little engines.
And Edward puffed away. So, you all better be careful today.
Yes, sir.
And the Fat Controller left. Now enough of this chitter-chattering. I'm off to pull the express. And Gordon zoomed out of the shed. I'm ready, and go! As he went to get the express ready, he stopped. Isn't that Emily's tender? I wonder what it's doing here. Gordon didn't have time to figure it out. He had to get his express train ready. So he puffed away. He didn't see Timothy hiding with the mail trucks. Later that day, Timothy went to see Diesel 10. Emily, Victor, and Kevin were now imprisoned. I thought you guys looked a bit weird. What do you mean? You looked kind of taller. Them are Diesel 10's clones. What? Emily, my dear, come with me. No! Ah! As Emily was being pulled away, the truck splashed into the ravine. It landed right at the steamworks. Though it had bounced away, it caused a crack in the track. The other engines didn't know this though. It was dark again, and a mysterious shadow went towards the engines. The engines thought it was Emily, but it wasn't the real one. It was one of Diesel 10's clones. Just then, Diesel 10 had tossed the real Emily back to the engines. Ah, who are you? Didn't you know? I'm the new Emily. You're not the real Emily. I'm the real Emily. I've got a semi-Scottish accent similar to Donald and Douglas, even though I'm not a Scottish engine. Well, I don't care. I will be more popular than any of you. Then all engines go Emily took down She plunged into the ravine. Unrealistically, she landed safely on the tracks. And that was right outside of the steamworks. All engines go, Emily puffed away. She had to get to Tidmouth Sheds quickly. When she arrived, the other engines, including the all engines go versions of Thomas and Percy, were asleep. None of the engines noticed Emily coming into the sheds because they were all fast asleep. Meanwhile, Gordon was preparing to departure with his late-night passenger train. Express coming through! He was puffing really fast around the island. Now he was approaching the steamworks. He didn't have time to stop. So he just derailed. Victor! Kevin! Are you inside the steamworks? The passengers all got off. But Victor and Kevin were not there. Not far. Diesel was spying on Gordon. As soon as he seen the crash, he went to get Diesel 10. The Fat Controller was at Farquhar. He wanted to see if Gordon had been repaired. Unsurprisingly, Gordon showed up. Gordon, I'm glad you've been repaired. We hadn't heard that you were going to be repaired anytime soon. Gordon didn't say anything. He just gave a blank smile. Can you hear me, Gordon? Finally, Gordon spoke. Sorry, sir, I was just daydreaming. I'm just glad to be back in service, sir. But the Fat Controller didn't hear this. He just climbed into Gordon's cab. Then Gordon set off to Tidmouth Sheds. Nia and James were quite excited to see Gordon, but the all engines go Thomas, Percy and Emily just grinned with an evil smile. They whispered to him, "All right, Gordon, remember the plan. Yeah, Gordon, remember it. Make sure Sir Toberman doesn't find out." "What are you three talking about?" "Nothing. We're just having a little private chat. We're playing a game later. Can I play?" "And me?" "No, it's only private to me, Gordon, Percy and Emily." Then the Fat Controller stepped out. "As you just saw, Gordon has been repaired. He'll be sleeping at the sheds again. But first, I must give you your jobs. Thomas, you will pull Annie and Clarabelle. Percy, you will pull the mail. Emily, you will shunt trucks in the yard. James, you will pull the express." "But sir—" "Don't know, Gordon, I don't hear your excuses." "Oh, thank you, sir." "And Nia, you will play in the shunting yards. You get to have the day off today since you've been the most hard-working engine." "Yes, sir." All engines go. Gordon reversed from the turntable. The Fat Controller left. Nia moved on to the turntable. and she puffed away. On her way, she stopped at the steamworks. She saw Gordon peeled in a high pile. Hello, Gordon. What you just had Tinmouth a minute ago? Oh, hi, Nia. I was just pulling the express and I ended up derailing. Oh, don't worry, Gordon. I'll go fetch the fat controller. And Nia puffed away. Gordon looked miserable. But when Nia arrived, she saw all engines go Gordon. She was very confused. She tried to explain to the fat controller. The fat controller looked confused. Take me to the steamworks at once. I want to see if the express coaches are there. Then Gordon here will be able to call the express. Well, okay, sir. The fat controller jumped aboard, and Nia puffed off. But the All Agents Go Thomas found Gordon first. He uncoupled him and took him away quickly, along with Emily's tender. Oh, the fat controller fainted. Nia, don't be silly. It's just the express coaches. And the fat controller left. Nia was very confused. But just then, something orange bashed into Nia. Having found out about what was happening, Diesel 10 had made an All Engines Go clone of Nia. Well, what do we have here? Who said that? But before Nia could finish, the All Engines Go version took her away. Later, she came back and pretended to be the real Nia. That night, the express coaches were already put back together, and James was ready to take the evening train. But he couldn't move them. Splatter, Dodge, and Diesel 10 were pulling the train back as far as they could. Alright, Splodge, as soon as we get him to crash, we'll have all the engines we'll be able to make clones out of. Okay, boss. Shh. What was that? The coupling snapped, and James was running off. James came racing down, but he didn't see the points until it was too late. James had derailed. Oh, my shiny paintwork! Diesel 10 appeared and took him away. The fat controller was talking to the All Agents Go clone engines, thinking they were the real engines, explaining that James had had his accident with the coaches. But just then, the fat controller turned around. The All Engines Go James was there. Ah, James! You were okay! Shame the coach's couplings were broken. Yes, sir. Just then, Ben ran into the All Engines Go James, and it sent him derailing. You are causing confusion. The Fat Controller ran over to the side. Poor James. You're in big trouble. Back to the clay pits. But Bill just ignored. Then there was trouble. James started to shake. Then he managed to explode. The other engines exploded too. Bill chuffed away. The explosions were so strong, they destroyed the sheds. The Fat Controller was surprised. These aren't the real engines. These are just clones. Tomorrow I should get to the Solar Search and Rescue Center to find the real engines. The Fat Controller left. The next day, the Fat Controller was talking to Harold the helicopter. Harold, I need you to search for my real engines. Okay, sir. I'm raring to be really useful. I'll go find them right away. And Harold took off into the sky.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Harold went up. He saw Diesel 10 with the proper engines. He went back down to tell the Fat Controller. Sir, jump on. I know where the proper engines are. Okay, Harold. So the Fat Controller jumped in Harold and they took off.
Helicopter, helicopter.
The engines looked up and saw Harold. Don't worry, I brought the Fat Controller. And he went to land somewhere. Just to let you know, we're going to have to push you down to rescue you. What? Don't worry, you'll be repaired. Ah, phew. Ha! I should have known it was you guys who were kidnapping my engines. Diesel, Timothy, Diesel 10, Splatter and Dodge turned around. You have all caused confusion and delay. Diesel 10, I will send you and your little friends back to the mainland. Yes, sir. And as a punishment, I'm going to have to chuck you down. Wait, what? No, boss, help me. The Fat Controller dropped Splatter. Then Dodge. Then Diesel 10. Then Diesel. Then Timothy. The engines were put upright. And they all puffed away, off Sodor, and to the mainland. Soon the engines were being repaired. James puffed out of the steamworks. The Fat Controller was talking to Bill outside of the steamworks. Bill, I am very proud of you for actually breaking the clones. You are really useful. Thank you, sir. I'm going to tell Ben. And Bill puffed away. And the Fat Controller stood on top of the steamworks to make an announcement. I am very sorry about what's been happening. You are all really useful engines. And all the engines smiled, especially Thomas. We will have timber sheds repaired in a few days, so you will all have to spend the night in the yard. We don't mind, sir. We are all really useful, no matter what. Excellent. And as for you, audience, like little engines, you can do big things. And everyone in the whole world is really useful. Well, maybe not everyone, but still, thanks for watching. And you are a really useful engine. Happy Halloween!